If you are getting ready to throw a baby shower or any party for that matter, you are going to love this ensemble. You can create with the Wizard everything from the invitations to the centerpiece to the party boxes to the thank you notes. And of course, what am I using? But one of my favorite tools from Spellbinders called the Wizard. Now, you've seen several projects that I've done using the Wizard, but this is just a little bit different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make the invitation and show you how to make that, okay? We are using the Shapeabilities pendants. Now, when you get this, you actually get all of these different die cuts. So we're going to use the 2 round pendant die cuts for this project. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have our magnet down. We're going to start with the larger pendant and lay it on our magnet mat. And by the way, all of the dimensions and all of the sizes of the card, it's on the website. So we're going to put a paper on top of that. There we go. Take our other plate. Move this a little bit closer. Don't forget, you want to have the logo for Spellbinders facing away, and you want your handle towards you to start. And just a reminder, the techniques. We're hugging the Wizard. Kind of set it in there, right? Give it a little push, set it in there, and then go for it. Now you're going to hear a little popping and cracking, perfectly normal. Because what this is doing is, first of all, it's cutting. The system will do 3 things. It cuts, it embosses, and it allows you to do the perfect stencil. Okay, so we're just going to take this off now, off of the mat, or the actual magnet, and I'm going to just remove this, get it out of the way, put that back down. Now we're going to do the second step, and that's emboss. Put our embossing mat on top of that. Go back to our Wizard, handle towards you, lock her in. And by the way, I do have a video on the website called The Wizard, which really are just the basics of using the Wizard. 3,000 pounds of pressure going through there, you guys. It's incredible. Okay, so we'll take off the embossing mat. And, whoops, voila, look at that. You have this awesome pendant. Look at all the little pieces fall out there perfectly. If they don't, I like to have a toothpick hanging around just to kind of poke those through. There might be a couple. Here's one. And there's another one that didn't come out. Okay, already cut, already embossed. Now, you're going to take this larger pendant and you're going to add some ribbon to it, which I've already done right here. You just tie a nice piece of ribbon around it, okay? So we're going to set that aside. And then you're going to use the smaller pendant to cut and emboss a smaller pendant on a different color piece of paper. Now keep in mind, you can use whatever color you want, no big deal. Then what you want to do is you want to find a stamp, or you can write this by hand, "You're invited." And then we use the label number 6 die cut for this one, okay? And then of course you're going to have your card and then a coordinating piece of paper. So I've already taken the card and I've attached the coordinating piece of paper to the side, okay? And I've used my adhesive roller, by the way. Next, I'm going to take the larger pendant with the ribbon and I'm going to attach it to the card. And I'm just going to use my adhesive roller to do that. Okay, just attach that right there. And you want the ends hanging, just like that. And then what you'll want to do, you can do this a couple of different ways. You could simply fold it over and secure it with some adhesive, or actually fold it over and then cover it up with another piece of paper. But what I would do is I would go ahead and cut it right here and then fold it over and attach it, okay? But I'm not going to do that right now because you get the idea. Okay, so next we're going to take the smaller pendant that we already cut and embossed, and we're going to attach it with a dimensional foam piece, very small dimensional foam piece. And I love these because it gives it that pop-up effect. And we're going to attach it to the top right there. And then we have our little "You're invited" label here. And I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive to the back of that and put it on top. And then let me show you how that looks. I love this. Voila. you have this adorable card in minutes. Now remember, with this one system, it's a huge time saver. You're able to cut, emboss, and stencil. I didn't do the stenciling technique this time, but in some of the other videos we have on the website, you can definitely see that. Okay, so now you know how to make this card, and I actually have the instructions to make everything else, the centerpiece and the little candies and stuff like that, on the website. So no worries, you just download it. Okay. But I want to show you something else that Spellbinders, it's brand new, and I'm loving this. They've come up with this new die, and it's called Border Abilities. And here's what it looks like. These are the dies right here. And this is what we used actually to wrap the candy. But there's so many different uses for it. But there's something interesting I want you to notice about these dies. First of all, the edges are raised on one die, but not raised on both sides on the other die, just one side. And I'm going to tell you why that's so cool in just a minute. So first of all, let me grab these dies. Okay. Now, you already know the wizard and how to run it through. And that's what you're going to get with this one particular die cut. Okay. You're going to get this nice little strip that fits perfectly on your cards. Okay. I mean perfectly. Because basically 5.5 inches is the standard. Okay. But this one is so cool. So we're going to start with our magnet plate right here, and I'm going to put the die, remember, cut side up. Oh, wait, forgot. This is why I'm showing you. Let me show you what we're going to do, though. We're going to create this awesome little edge. How cool is that? Love it. Okay, so I already have my card here. The best way to do it is to put it all together like this. So I've got, make sure you get that right. Whoops. You want your edges up, and look at how perfectly that fits. And because it's magnetized, you can fit it perfectly on the card and just kind of move it around. So we'll do that there. Okay. I'm going to move this up just a little bit so the card fits on the magnet. Double check it. Okay, everything looks good. Put my plate on. Put my handle towards me. And I want to remind you too that the wizard, you can use lots of other dies from different systems. This is really one of those, universal systems. So you can use so many other dies from other products that are out there on the market. Okay, which is good to know, because if you've already made that investment, then you don't want to make another one if you don't have to. Okay, so I'm going to take that off, just that little piece of paper. Keep that there. Now I'm going to put that back, move the magnet off, put that back on, because now we're going to emboss. We've cut it, now we're going to emboss it. Handle towards me, roll it through. Let me come a little bit closer here, because it does kind of pop out because of the force, so just be ready for that. There we go. Flip this open. This is my favorite part because of the 2 steps without having to do using all of these other tools. Flip that around, remove the plate, and you have this adorable edge. Ha! Hence the name Edgeabilities. Okay, to know how to make the cards and the centerpiece, I have that on the website, and to learn exactly which dies that I used, I have that on the website as well. And if you want to learn any other techniques, or you want to see some other projects that I did using the wizard, check out the shopping list, and at the very bottom I have all of those videos for you, so you know exactly where to go. All right, you want to know more? All you have to do is log on to spellbinderspaperarts.com.